Welcome back on Dynamod. Today I want to propose you a video about the facts about Warhammer 40k released by the Games Workshop in April 2022, that it's later about the Psychic Awakening faction updates and the campaign books and Flashpoint updates, so that you can understand what is valid and what is not. It's up to what it's said till now, so it can be changed in the future. In fact, there are also the notes that they are valid this document till January 2023, unless it's published a new codex or something related about it that goes to substitute it. So pay attention about such detail. And now we go to see about what has been released, and so what is valid and what it's not. One thing to notice about the Psychic Awakening is that some rules of such factions that are in this are consolidated in the Zone Caradon Act 2. So the Book of Fire, for example, is valid for the Heretical Starters and the Creation of Pile. So these, even if not changed, are still valid, and the source are valid for both the Psychic Awakening 1 or if you are both the Zone Charadon Act 2. So pay attention also about such more detail. The most part of the rules that are not valid about the Psychic Awakening ones are the ones that has seen a republishing of the codexes. So pay attention about this, because it's the same for the Phoenix Rising, Psychic Awakening, the Blood of Baal, so that the Craftworld, Inari, Durkari, the Tyranids and Blood Angels, the same for the Sage of Beast, Orcs and Space Wolf, are all seen such renewed. What is still added are the Heroic Astartes that see, as I said in the Charlton Book 2, the Book of Fire reprint. We have seen also about the Astra Militarum, because they have to see yet a new codex. We have about the Chaos Demons, the Chaos Knights and the Imperial Knights, because they've seen a new codex but seen that they're still valid. The Agents of the Imperium, because it's not published again, and the Creation by that I said before about the Book of Fire. So a lot of things are seen republished. So the Paria are not anymore valid because the Titus Sororitas and the Necrons and the Inquisition are seen republished, with the Necrons that are one of the first ones that seen a new codex. So it's one of the last of the Psychic Awakening and one of the first to be, I can say, brought away. We have also the White Dwarfs that we have seen for the Alex and the Watch, because they've seen also these ones a new codex about for the Watch, the supplement. So all these things have seen a change, and you have to adapt to what you can have, because there is such a thing that you have to take note. It's good that has been such, because I thought that, for example, that some of such that has been published and so on were not anymore valid. So it's good that has been done in the way that you can understand what it's valid and what it's not, because you are more calm when you are going to play and you are sure that you are not using something that it's not more valid and so on. So this, I think that it will be updated quite often, at least. Okay, it said January 2022 that is see something that if it's valid or not, but I think that in some month we'll see an update of such document, because there will be something that will brought to add or to lose. So pay attention about this. And now we go to see about the campaign books and the Flashpoint. So we see the Warzone Chardon Act 1, Book of the Rust and the Book of Fire, the Act 2 are still valid completely. The same is for the Zone Otarius 2 Critical Mass, and the Warzone Akmund, it's done right now, so it's the most recent one. And one thing that we have to notice instead, that it's Warzone Altarius 1 Rising Tide has changed, because the Appendix Tyrannid it's not anymore valid as the Codex Supplement Leviathan, as the Tyrannid Hive Mind Hypnotic Links, and this its cause has been released just quite soon. The one new book about the Codex Tyrannid. So, because has been published that one, it's not anymore valid the old rules, because some has been reformulated, some has changed, some has been published in that book. So everything that it was before now has been changed, and so we have such difference. So we have to pay attention. What is important, it's about the White Dwarf part, because in that way we can see that we had, and I put the mark about what White Dwarf you can find these inserts, the Index Astartes Emperor Spiars, the Index Astartes Exorcists, the Index Astartes Tome Keepers, that I want to remember you has been born in the White Dwarf itself, the Codex Superman Craftworld Altanasar, and I want to remember one thing. In this, there is one that is not being announced, and it's about the ones that are the Wolfspears. So there is an index of starters that are not being published here. So I think that there will be a change quite soon that will add such, because it's been released before the Codex Supplement cut to Altanasar, and I think that you will forget about this. And I think that in the future there will be also other index of starters, so there will be an update about which ones are available, because those ones are official rules, the Wolfspears, the same as for the Emperor of Spears and so on. What we had to notice is that about the Army of Renown, Crucial Stampede, the Psychic Awakening Deathwatch, and the Psychic Awakening Harlequins that has been published in the White Dwarf and we have seen before are not anymore valid. So it's a way to make you understand that being published in the White Dwarf it's not still valid. But I don't understand why these two that has been published before with the Psychic Awakening has been take off also here, because there is the same. You have yet said it before, so why say again? Okay, forget about this and take note that practically all the new releasing about this have such change, so that there is for the Warzone particularly all valid apart the T-Knights themselves, and it specified that are valid till January 2023. So if the future will be changed and so on, it will be in January technically, but I know that will be published again to update this. Other than the codexes, we have seen about the T-Knights that has put off one that is relatively new as publishing, so pay attention. And this make you understand that these changes will be quite possible, so you have to pay attention that this is valid to April 2022 when it's been released, but the ones that are valid and not valid can be changed in the future quite close. So pay attention and remember that it's interesting, but you have to use what you need. About the part that it's related about Crusade, you have to remember that you can decide with your opponent how to play and what to play, so it's not up to the Jew say if it's valid or not if you really want to play with. So not worry too much, and remember that about the rules that are related about Crusade you have freedom about. So from Dino Mode it's everything. I invite you to put a like on this video, to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell, and to comment this video if you are interested in something about this video or you want to suggest me some arguments for other videos. I hope to see you again. To the next time.